So the protest yesterday, and I'm going to try to get some clarification. What were they protesting about? They want to see the video? They want the mother to get the video? They want the video released? Is that what the protest is about, Joni? I'm talking to Joni.
I think it's overall justice. They feel like there's some kind of cover-up going on, so they just want
justice,
information.
Right, they want as much information. Okay, and I think I'm going to ask Jedediah to talk because he was out there organizing that. Jamal Green as well, and William Calloway. A lot of people coming together to make sure that this case is not pushed off. And Andrew, while I have you here, your okay. So we were talking, and people were asking. This video, motion activated, several hallways, this section by the freezer, an area, the girl's on video, and she is having trouble walking. And is she alone? Is anybody with her?
No, she's alone. The video would have showed all of that in the area where she went. As I stated, there's no way you can get out on the other side. You can only get out in one way. I mean, it's solid back there. I looked all over. There's no way you can get out. Not even a window back there.
Okay. All right. So there should have been a panic button at the very least in that room, or security should have at least been walking down that hall and checking every room as security usually does. And if at the very, very least, it's quite possible, while there may not be something criminal going on here, there may be a liability on the behalf of the hotel. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a judge. I'm not here to say whether somebody is guilty or not, but that could be potential liability. Yes?
Yeah, you have a lot of negligence there, and also if security was watching the monitors and seeing where she went last, that should have been their focal point right there. That's where the time elapsed and went past. And you seen her, and that was her last place. You seen that, then you should have focused on that area there and secured and looked at every door down there.
Yeah. So, Andrew, for those of you, and I see the numbers are still coming up because people are gathering now. Some people are saying that security put her in there, that she was led down there. You don't see anybody on camera walking with her, correct?
Now, all of these security cameras and video surveillance that I see, nobody was walking with her. She was alone, and they are working trying to get to the bottom of it. But if they had been watching that video surveillance, the security, then they would have known something was wrong when they seen her go in that unsecured area.
Okay, and just for those of you who are joining us and watching us, Andrew Holmes is not only a community activist, but you should know he's a private investigator as well. So this is what he does, and he has really great working relationships with police, local law enforcement, and they were working with him and the family, and that's why Andrew has seen this videotape. The mother has not. She will be doing so today. Did you tell her what you saw?
No, I just briefed her in on some of the footage that I've seen. I was waiting on to let them follow the protocols with the detectives. I will be with her when she views it, but I can guarantee you, if I had seen or noticed something that was suspicious, that was criminally, and that should have been out, I'd have been the first one to put it out to the public. Hey, wait a minute, this is wrong. Right. This has been hid, but it has not been hid. Everything is there, and I'm glad that she's going to view the video surveillance to see. Now, the other part about this is to find out what's the toxicology report. Somebody may have slipped or something in her cup. We don't know until the toxicology report come out. So the mother, that's what she's waiting on, and she's going to be working with the detectives from there because, and I agree with them to protest because they have a right to protest and freedom of speech because they want answers and the public want answers too. But I wouldn't hold back anything was out of the ordinary that they was trying to hide.
Now, where you also said they even showed you the surveillance video camera outside of the hotel, so you see people who were at the party going in and out of there, right? Out of the parking lot. You even got that video too, right?
Yeah, they have video of who was coming in and who was coming out, where people parked. Yeah, that place is well secured with video surveillance. So
okay,
that's why I don't understand why so much of the infighting among each other. Just work together, as the mother wants them to do. Work together and stop infighting on social media about this and about that. If you have something solid that they can work on that was wrong, and you seen it, you you need to be the one to be giving that to the detectives and stop spreading it on social media if it's not right.
Well, because you speak to the law enforcement, what makes it so difficult? I mean, everybody. My husband jokes and he says everybody wants to be a Facebook detective, but it does make the job for law enforcement more difficult, correct?
Yeah, it makes it more difficult because if you're putting something out there on Facebook and they get it and they're working on every lead that they get, you're the next person they're trying to contact. So if you're putting it out there, why run when you put it out there?
Yeah, that's a very, very, very good point. All right, Andrew, I appreciate you talking to us. And you're going to be meeting with the mother and you're going to be talking with her and going with her to go look at this video, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I want to play, before you leave, I want to play something that was on William Calloway's page. He was out there yesterday with the police, and it looks like he's talking to I don't know what is going on here with the internet here. We're having trouble. Why is our connection so bad here? It's so bad, Joni. It's so terrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm trying to play this interview that Jedediah Brown had with the police out there, and he's asking the guy questions, and he very clearly explains just what Andrew Holmes is saying about this. So let me see if I can get this to come up, and if not, I'm going to have to go to my own freaking cell phone to do it, like with two phones. I should be able to have like.
I think there's a.
This is ridiculous.
I think there's a network problem.
Yeah, we might have a network problem. So let me see if I can pull this up on my phone here. Don't leave, Andrew. Don't you leave me. Okay. And Andrew, thank you for being so good to talk to us about where you're at and what you're doing on this, because I know that you are always passionate to help anybody who is going through something like this, and you understand what that's like.
Yes.
Hang on. Okay, I'm trying to see here. I think I got him here. Oh, here it is. Let's see if it's going to play. Let's see if this will play. No, we got a problem with our internal video. No, but I don't know why this is not coming up. Can you pull it up on your page? William Calloway? Here we go. I think this might have been it. Hang on, guys. Just a moment here. Hang on. William was at... You know what? Here, Andrew, what I'm going to do is I'm trying to play this video here, but we're having a network problem. And maybe I need to close down some of my windows. Maybe that's part of the problem here. This is not good. I had this all set up here, too. Hang on, folks, for those of you who are watching. William Calloway is somebody who worked really hard to get the Laquan McDonald videos released here in Chicago, a big story that became a national story when we had an officer, Jason Van Dyke, shoot him 16 times. So you might hear about the 16 shots in a cover-up. So it was William Calloway who fought to get that video released, and he worked really hard on that. And he and Jedediah Brown have been very passionate about this, and both of them met yesterday with the police as they were out there trying to get some answers for the family. So here we go. I think I got it here. Let's see if this will play. Here we go.
That is exactly what happened. So what we're doing is we're following every avenue to get where we need to go by letting the evidence lead us. Now, one thing we can't do is we can't taint that evidence by giving it out. If we do that, now it can be construed any which way you want. We're looking to do our as you said, due diligence. We're doing the competent investigation. In order to do that, and sometimes it doesn't happen as fast as people like. We have, you know it, then. You're absolutely right. And so what we're doing is we're following it through. We're letting it go. We're doing our interviews. We're doing our surveillance reviews. We're doing our working with the medical examiner's office. We're doing everything so that when we come to the end of this and we make a final statement, we're confident so that we're going to turn and we're going to say to the family, we can say confidently this is what the investigation has resulted in. We fully want to give them 100%. We want that poor woman who lost her child. I mean, She lost a child here, and that's where we got to maintain our focus. That's more important than anything else. This poor woman's got to bury a child. And that's our main concern.
And you just showed the humanity of the Rosemont Police Department. That was a very typical answer, but that's better than absolutely nothing.
That is where we are.
That's hurting from a dead child that was in the freezer.
And that's what everybody's forgetting here.
And guess what? You know who would have really been stellar saying something like that? The mayor. The mayor of the goddamn town. Chicago, y'all don't need to come to my city because I got competent investigators. We don't know, is it local in-house investigators or is it a task force? We want to feel good about what y'all doing, and we want to make sure, because we know a little bit about how also shit get misconstrued and anybody can be charged.
Absolutely.
We don't want that to happen.
Absolutely.
That's it.
100%.
We don't need to keep on this. Y'all really think that we want to have this problem?
No, and we understand that people want to know. We get that. And we want to be able to give the information, but I also don't want to give premature information that could be false.
So can you let us know? Can you let us know what level the freezer was on?
I personally don't know, but the investigators have got all that, and they will put that out.
Who's the lead detective in this case?
The lead detective right now is Detective D.I. Kova.
D.I. Kova?
Yeah.
I get it. D.I. Kova.
And I'm telling you right now, we are putting all kinds of resources into this because we want an answer. We've spoken to her mother. And I'm telling you right now, I feel for that woman. I really do.
We feel for her.
Well, everybody should. That's got to be the focus, and it's got to stay the focus. And that's what we're trying to do, is maintain the focus on what's really important here. That woman needs answers, and we want to give her those answers. But like I said, we want to be able to be confident that the answers we're giving her are true and provable. Because if we can't prove it, then it's open for question, and we don't want that to happen.
Right.
We want to be able to give an honest answer that we can back up with investigative evidence.
So the surveillance footages that you guys have, you won't be releasing that anytime soon?
It will be released. I can't give you a timeline because we're going to use it until we're finished really finding out everything that we can out of it. We're going to use it as much as we can to find out as much as we can. So will it be released? Eventually it will become available. But my main concern has to be that we come out with the positive, provable investigation that I can confidently turn over to that family and say, here's what happened, and I'm sure of it. If I can't say I'm sure of it, then what kind of pain am I going to put that poor mother through?
No, that's word. That's
if I
word.
don't know.
If it has the medical examiner concluded the autopsy yet?
As far as I know, it is not completely finished yet, and they have some other parts that they have to do, and we don't have any control over the.
No, we get that. We get that.
It's independent, and we're kind of reliant on them to when they release it to us. But believe me, I've worked with them before. They're not gonna skip any steps. They're gonna do what needs to be done so that they in turn can give us information that we can.
Okay.
And that's where the public is the most helpful. And you guys are putting the word out. We're getting phone calls because of what you guys are doing.
God is good.
So what you're talking about is effective. What you're talking about, the public wanting information. Hey, two-way street, guys. We want it from them. We want to know what they know. If they know something, then they can help us. Whether it's concluding the investigation faster or more accurately, we're all for it.
Okay.
We want it. We want their help. So this is what I'm asking you.
Okay, so guys, I'm playing for you, and Andrew, you could hear that, right? I was playing it. Somebody's trying to call me. Who's calling me? I'm on live right now. Oh, people want to talk? Andrew, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you just heard the police talking, and he's, explaining why this social media blowing this up and blowing this out of proportion makes it difficult for them to do, because every time, as you have explained to people, every time somebody posts something, that means the police have to track them down, which is part of their investigative, their duty, and they don't mind doing it, but it does add to the time that they need then to complete the investigation. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. And Andrew, you've been asked by the family to help them, correct? I'm just trying to clarify your role in this.
Yeah, I've been working with the mother, yeah.
Okay. All right. You're working with the mom. Again, for those of you who are wondering, he's working with the mom. He is going with the mother, or he arranged for the mother to get this to look at it firsthand. That will be a little later today, but she has secured an attorney, as Joni just explained, and that could be part for the criminal investigation, or not the criminal, but the death investigation, but also for potentially a lawsuit against the Crown, against the hotel, for what she may perceive as negligence on their behalf for not having somebody, maybe she couldn't get out. Maybe she got lost, but somebody should have found her at some point. 21 hours in that freezer. How long was she in that freezer? Do they know?
Not offhand. What they know, I just have to find out.
Hard to hear you, Andrew. It's hard to hear you. Andrew?
I'm here. You hear me?
I got you now. What did you say?
Okay. I said I have to get the how long that she was in there. I mean, they know how long she was in there. I have to get the actual time.
Okay. But it was several hours. I mean, it was almost a full 24 hours, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So how is she not even, okay, so she's not found alive, but then she's not even found dead for several hours. I mean, that's just kind of crazy. And most people who know, when you have a job of a security officer for a hotel, I have seen them, and I know people who have been heads of security for hotels. When you do your rounds, what they call the rounds, you're supposed to check every room. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Every room, every freezer, every nook and cranny should be investigated in case there's somebody lurking around that could be dangerous, or you have a potential building problem.
Absolutely. You have to protect the public. So that area should have been secured.
Do you know when they're going to release this video to the public? Any idea? Do you know, Joni?
Not offhand just yet. Once I speak back with them again today, I'm going to find out when they're going to release this video footage.
Yeah, to get some answers. Okay, Andrew.
There's something like
Hang on, Andrew.
30 hours of video from 42 or 47 different cameras.
Yeah, how many cameras did you? Joni just said it was like 30 hours of video with 47 cameras.
Yeah, they have multiple cameras inside that place, from the stairwells to the hallways. Every next turn you turn, there are cameras there.
Okay. All right, Andrew. I'm going to let you go. Go do your thing. Thank you. You've been on here for 30 minutes with me. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Hey, do you have William's number by chance?
I do. I will send it to you right away.
Okay, send that right to me.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, so there you go. So that's that. And now what I want to do is I want to give William, or I would like to give William or Jedediah a phone call. Either one of you around right now?